So the New York Jets are 3-2. They're second place in the AFC East. They might just be a decent football team in 2022, and that is an existential crisis to people across the country are struggling to cope with it. Of course, immediately Dolphins fans doing what we knew they would do, talk crap before the game, make excuses after it. No surprise there. And also the national media, the Brady Quinns, the Anita Marks of the world, backpedaling, struggling to find the right words to say, excusing away, discrediting the just little amount of success the Jets have had to start this season. It's crazy. And the excuses are, well, the Jets have beaten a lackluster crew of quarterbacks, backup quarterbacks, you might say. Jacoby Brissett, Kenny Pickett, and Skylar Thompson. 3 wins against backup quarterbacks. The Jets have played 3 games with their backup quarterback. Nobody cares about that. The Jets have played the majority of their games this season with their backup QB. And you know what we knew before the season started? When all these people made their predictions, the 0-9s, that was like right after draft season and free agency ends. So right around May, everyone's giving their hot takes, their record predictions, because the Jets got some praise after free agency and the draft. Can't have that. And everyone was here to remind us that you're still going to be the same old Jets. Doesn't matter. And you were dumb to trade up for Breece Hall. Isn't that hilarious? Isn't that an absolute joke? But you know what we did know? We knew at that time Deshaun Watson was likely facing a lengthy suspension, and it would be Jacoby Brissett in Cleveland. We knew that the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to roll out either Mitch Trubisky or Kenny Pickett. And we saw both of them. But we didn't know that Zach Wilson was going to sprain his knee. We didn't know that the Jets were going to lose offensive tackles left and right, dropping like flies. We didn't know any of that. And still those people made those predictions, and now they look like idiots, and they can't just admit it. They can't admit it. And I love it. I love the receipts. I hope Robert Saleh posts some in their locker room, and they bring them up on the board, and they just laugh. I hope they play that Brady Quinn video every day before practice. I mean, you know who cared when the Jets last year, 2021, were second in the NFL in terms of how many cap dollars they had spend on IR? Second in the NFL. You know who cared? Nobody. The Jets started 4 quarterbacks last year. One of only 2 teams to do that, to play 4 quarterbacks. You know who cared and made excuses for the Jets and felt sorry for the Jets? No one. And imagine what would have happened. What would the narrative be if the Jets lost to Jacoby Brissett? If the Jets lost to Mitch Trubisky? If the Jets lost to Skylar Thompson? It'd be the same old Jets, you suck. But they win those games, and now it doesn't mean anything. So the Jets do something bad, and it means they're bad. The Jets do something good, and it means nothing. That's a weird way for math to work. It's weird. And on Skylar Thompson, because that is the one thing we didn't know, right? We knew it was going to be Brissett. We knew it was going to be Mitch or Kenny. We didn't know that Tua and Teddy would both be out with concussion protocol. But we were pretending like the Jets won on a last-second field goal. The Jets beat the Miami Dolphins over the club to death in the fourth quarter, pulling away by 23 points. They did what decent teams do. I've said it ever since the score went final. When a team comes limping into your building with their top 2 quarterbacks out and some injuries in the secondary and they lose their left tackle, yeah, Miami Dolphins had it rough. But what does a good team do? You demolish them, you dispose of them, and you move on. That's it. We beat you by 23. We outclassed you in every phase of the game. We outgained you. We won the turnover battle. We beat you by 3 touchdowns. I mean, imagine if before the game, if we told Dolphins fans, hey, you're going to start Skylar Thompson, this rookie who had the best NFL preseason ever, and you're going to play the Jets, the lowly, poverty, awful, putrid New York Jets, and we're going to spot you 22.5 points. You taking that bet? I bet you Dolphins fans are. I bet you they are. So that's what decent teams do, and it looks like the Jets might be a decent team. Are we a good team? I don't know. If we go on the road and beat the reigning MVP, I'll be willing to say we have a damn good football team. But for right now, The young guys look good. There's undeniable areas of improvement. We're 3-2, and let's keep it rolling. Go Jets.